Home sellers, a price reduction is not just changing a number on Zillow or in the MLS. It's supposed to change buyer behavior. This is Jason Valentine with Coldwell Banker High Desert Realty, and I see sellers make this mistake all of the time. A home recently listed at $350,000. It's been on the market for a while. Showings have slowed down and there's no meaningful offers. Buyer feedback is telling us that the house is priced too high. And then the seller decides to reduce the price by only $5,000. Now, I understand that for the seller, that feels more comfortable. Nobody wants to reduce the price, including myself. But it can feel like you're giving money away. Sellers may hope that a small adjustment is going to create a big change, but here's the truth. A price reduction only works if it puts the home in front of a different group of buyers or changes how buyers are going to compare that house to the competition. So at $350,000, a $5,000 price reduction brings it to $345,000. And the question is, does this actually change the buyer pool? Does it put your house into a different search bracket online? Does it make your home look significantly more competitive against other homes that might be available? Does it change the monthly payments enough to make a difference? Or does it give the former buyers a reason to come back and look again? And in many cases, the answer is no. A small price reduction can make the seller feel like some sort of action was taken, but it may not create a meaningful new response in the market. And that's why reductions need to be strategic. Before reducing, we need to look at some real feedback. A buyer seeing the home online that doesn't schedule showings, are they touring the home but not writing offers? Are there offers coming in but they're just well below list price? And what are comparable homes selling for right now while yours sits? Has the property been on the market longer than the norm, or has an appraisal come in lower than expected? You know, I just reviewed a Zillow article and it makes a similar point. When a price adjustment is needed, repeated small reductions can prolong the process. The article recommends making a meaningful cut right in the beginning to restart interest rather than making small changes that buyers barely even notice. So for a $350,000 listing, a strategic reduction is not automatically a certain percentage or a certain dollar amount. It depends on data. We need to ask things like, what are the competing sales or competing offers at? We need to look at what properties have gone under contract and what are those comparables telling us? What price ranges are buyers actively searching, and what are the thresholds that buyers are using to find the property online? What adjustment can we actually make to get the home to stand out? Maybe the right strategy is to move from $350 to $339 because that opens up a new search range and creates a visible difference on competing properties. Maybe a different number because the market data points to something else. The point is that the price reduction should be intentional. It's a strategic reduction, not about admitting defeat. It's about pricing or protecting the opportunity that you have to sell your house. The longer a home sits, the more buyers are going to ask what's wrong with it. Even if there's nothing wrong with the property, days on the market can create a stigma, whether it's justified or not, and buyers might assume that the seller is just being unrealistic and they may want a deeper reduction. That may allow the buyers to feel like they have more negotiating power, and that's why timing matters also. The strongest buyer attention often happens early in the listing period. If your home's not getting a response like it should, don't wait months to react. Look at the feedback, look at the competition, look at the activity, and make a decision that can actually change the outcome. A price reduction should create urgency for the buyers. It should create new attention by the buyers. And it should make a buyer stop and say, the home now makes sense compared to the other options. That's the objective. Not just changing the number, but changing buyer behavior to get your house sold. Now, if your home's been listed and activity slowing down, let's look at the data together. I will help you determine whether the price is the issue, whether condition or presentation or marketing is the issue, and what competition you're going up against, and what strategic action can you take to make a real difference. This is Jason Valentine with Coldwell Banker High Desert Realty. To book that appointment, just use the link up in the description of this video, or give me a call, 505-863-4363, or on my cell phone, 575-496-1068. Don't make that little price reduction just because you feel like you're doing something. Do something that makes an impact and gets the result that you're shooting for. Thanks a lot. Take care.